Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. I've been away a while. I've not been ill or anything with COVID-19. I've just had a house full of family, and now I'm back at it. So this piece that you're looking at I made yesterday. I've been struggling with the wispy look for a very long time, and I think I've pretty much got it under control now. That I just love the way the yellow and the blue bleed out together. This one appears to have a lot of black in it, but that's the brass that I used, and I'm really not a fan. I've been following Lori Brewer. She's like a master at wispy and uses tons of brass. Hers look great, mine just look like they're a mess. Anyway, today I'm going to be using photo paper. The shiny side goes down. We don't ink on the shiny side because your ink just doesn't flow. It's made to hold the ink in place for photographs. I use isopropyl alcohol, 99%. And I have that in my little bottle just to get control. Today I'm thinking I'm going to use the Ranger eggplant. This color is pretty cool to work with because it's nearly black and then it bleeds out really nicely. And I'm going to use the Ranger mermaid as well, which is like a teal color. And then I was thinking I will use a Copic marker. It's not Copic, it's Ohuhu. I bought a whole kit for not a lot of money, and they were on sale, so I got to pick a kit that was quite a lot bigger. Now, just to show you what I ended up with, plenty of markers in this beautiful little case that it comes in. So I may change my mind about the color. I might just decide to go orange. Anyway, we shall play and see what it tells me. Now, I don't have really good camera software and such, so I'm going to apologize in advance for the noise you're going to hear from this Revlon ceramic dryer. It has a cool setting on it, and that's why I use it, and it's why a lot of alcohol inkers use it as well, because you blow hot air and the ink just dries instantly. So with the cool setting, it blows about room temperature or body temperature, but doesn't get hot. So the ink doesn't just bake onto your paper. So that's about it for what I need to tell you. So here's what I know and what I've learned from playing with these inks. Yesterday was like a revelation. Oh, that's the word. I'd always been using my dryer in a fast motion, and yesterday I discovered that if I just use it slowly, the ink does what I want it to do and what I've always wanted it to do. It just took me a long time to figure out what I was doing wrong. So here we go. I won't talk much because you're probably not going to hear me anyway. All right, so you can see what I mean about this eggplant just reacting. It goes purple to pink. There's some blue in there. It's just stunning, this color. So here's the thing that I learned yesterday is you want to keep the ink contained in just a small area. You have to use 1 drop of ink, 2 at most. If you do use some of the brass or silver, you put it on top of the color, and then you add a ton of alcohol, of rubbing alcohol. So moving it slowly back and forth, I've got the dryer very close to the paper, and I'm not pointing it right at the ink, and I'm not on top of the ink. I'm just holding it right flat against near the paper and slow back and forth motion to contain the ink where I want it. So let's add a little more alcohol to this and see what it does. Now here you can see that blue that I was talking about, and it's spectacular really how it goes from eggplant to gray to blue to purple. It just is amazing to me. And here the color's bleeding out a little. It's doing what I'm trying to do, so that's a good thing. And you have to be careful not to play with that too much, because it will eventually start to look like mud if you play with it a bit too much. Sorry? My iPhone is plugged in because its battery life is kind of wonky. think in this number 87, I don't know if you can even see it, it's got double end. So there's the wide end, like felt marker, and then there's the fine tip, which is in itself quite big. But this one is awesome. So let's just play a little bit here and add just a hint of color. And let's see what it does. I'm just learning this method, actually. Yesterday was my first time playing with my markers. Oh yeah, I'm liking this. All right, when you buy these markers, there are many, many different brands on the market. You have to be careful that you get alcohol ink markers. They're specifically made for alcohol ink. I believe that is what's inside the marker. They also have acrylic paint markers that I have never tried, but I'm going to guess that they blend in nicely as well. But I just love what they do. I haven't been able to get the alcohol inks to do what the alcohol markers do. It just, there's just something beautiful about it. So let's add a little bit of color to this again. And a whole lot of that. Sorry. I have to try to move these cords. The dryer is making the camera go wonky. I'm very sorry about the motion. right, I'm liking this. I think it's really picking up some nice tints. Oops. All right. Once I see that the ink is flowing and mixing really a nice way, I just tend to hold the hairdryer and let it dry very well before I move the hairdryer down and hope that this comes down. I say hope because the alcohol ink has a mind of its own. You can just do so much with it and manipulate it, but it will move where it wants to move. It's the darndest thing. So, let's add a little bit of orange here. This is a number 23. Where? How about here? Definitely I need to break up this hard line. I'm a little afraid to do that though. That yellow is gonna maybe turn into mud with this mermaid color. I'm going in. I didn't want to touch that. Too much alcohol, too much rubbing alcohol. And I got to get rid of that little dot there. It's really, I'm going to leave it. Adds interest. This turned out nice. I like that. And I still like this. This I'm really not liking. Oops, I should turn off the hairdryer. Now what? I think I'm going to put more orange, which looks yellow to me, but let's add a little wisp of it. I'm trying not to touch this because it's really pretty. These fingers do that when I hold the hairdryer over the ink. one thing I try to do as well, when I have a hard line, like this one, for example, and I have a finger that I want to push back in, I try to get to blow the ink so that it follows that hard line. If you're a quilter, it's like stitch in the ditch, and only quilters will know what that is. So that I'm going to leave that there for now because I kind of like it. And yeah, one more drop of this. I hope I can save that. That's looking really pretty. All right, this is what I mean by trying to get the ink to follow that hard line. Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. And the ink gods appear to be with me today. It works. Wow, this one's action-packed. Alright, this has got to go. See if I can make sure you're still on camera. Just put a tiny little bit of alcohol on that, because I don't want it to take out this part. other thing I can do as well is take a cotton swab and just wipe up some of that excess. I had a little bit too much liquid there. And I do want it to come to a point if it'll let me. That's not bad. No, not good. Oh, this might work better. Yay, there, that's not bad. All right, let's examine and decide what we're gonna do now. I say we, like you're helping me here. So feel free to leave me some gentle comments in the comment section below. I'm really liking this piece. I love this. This is just wonderful. This, there's so many nice pieces or portions of this that I like. I do like this. I think that's pretty cool. Yeah, so I'm going to turn off the camera and I will post a photograph on my Instagram. Is Annette Duguay-Bruce, and you can check it out later. I will post it. Thank you for watching. Have a good day.